Care Lotion, Pain Relief Plus Moisturizers.
All in one.
CarToys car stereo and wireless experts can answer all your questions. Ask about AirTouch Cellular's family calling plan. It's 2 digital phones sharing 300 minutes for just $39.95 a month. Go to CarToys and get 2 cell phones for what you'd expect to pay for 1.
The world's most amazing little stars on the next Maury.
3 A's.
Vanna White is America's favorite letter turner, but has her husband broken her heart? Now, reports of an alleged affair with a sexy model and the eyewitness who says she's seen his wild ways.
Team of the decade.
He's the New York Yankee who had the guts to take the field the day his father died.
I lost. It's special.
Now, behind the World Series win, Paul O'Neill's story of courage. Fists flying. Free-for-alls. And pummeled at the podium. Watch as lawmakers become lawbreakers. A mystery man tries to sell his kidney on the internet. The story enraged America. He went into hiding until now. Exclusive. This pro wrestler reveals why he toyed with the lives of desperate people.
The highest bid was $5.701 million.
Plus, Michael Douglas's son busted for drugs in his New York apartment. And Michael Jackson's kiddie videos ripped off.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dana Devin in for Maureen O'Boyle. Wheel of Fortune's Vanna White is one of the most loved women on television. But is her love life in turmoil? A published report claims her husband is cheating on her with a gorgeous young model. Now, the model in the middle gives Extra her side of the story. Here's Doug Bruckner.
She turns heads as she turns letters on the hit game show Wheel of Fortune. But now Vanna White's fortunes at home may be turning inside out.
Vanna White is very upset because she knows now for sure that her husband is cheating on her.
The National Enquirer's Pat Shipp says after almost 10 years of marriage to restaurant owner George Santopietro, Vanna is threatening to leave her husband because she caught him romping around Beverly Hills with a 23-year-old model named Tanya Abayan.
George is out in public in restaurants and hotels, sporting around with this woman, holding hands, kissing with her.
Tanya told the Enquirer her relationship with George was platonic, and when Extra went to her Los Angeles apartment, this was her response to the story.
Not true. It's all lies, okay? So I have nothing to say to you.
George, who was once engaged to actress Linda Evans, married Vanna in 1990. The couple has 2 children, but a close family friend says George hasn't been acting like a married man.
George was seen leaving the room with these 2 young women, their arms all around him, kissing his cheek. He was whispering things in their ear.
This woman, whom we'll call Kim, doesn't want her identity known. She says she's known Vanna and her husband for years and claims George is frequently seen with other women when Vanna's not around.
But couldn't all this behavior be just flirting, totally innocent?
I doubt it. I really doubt it.
So if George is cheating on Vanna, could this spell divorce for the game show queen?
Vanna is very hurt. So if her husband were to change his ways, she could probably forgive him. However, if he's not willing to do so, yes, a divorce would probably happen.
Vanna's publicist told Extra he was surprised by the report, saying the couple is very happy together. Now to the pride of the Yankees. Today, New Yorkers are celebrating their World Series victory, but for one player, it's a bittersweet championship. Scott Rappaport joins us from New York with more on this very inspiring story. Scott, fill us in.
Dana, it should be utter bedlam here in Lower Manhattan tomorrow when the New York Yankees ride up the Canyon of Heroes in a ticker-tape parade that's expected to draw hundreds of thousands of fans. Missing from the masses, though, will be Yankees right fielder Paul O'Neill, who played in last night's game after learning his dad had just passed away. It is a story of courage and integrity that has touched Paul's teammates in this city.
As the Yankees poured onto the field, the emotion of a tough season poured out. But in the midst of the Yankees' glee, there was grief. Outfielder Paul O'Neill was in mourning. He wiped a tear as he walked off the field and into the clubhouse.
To be part of a back-to-back World Series is awesome. But believe me, I lost. It's special.
The 79-year-old Charles O'Neill was a AAA minor leaguer from Columbus, Ohio. but an injury during World War II ended his hopes of making it to the majors. Paul carried on his dream.
Paul credits a lot of his success in the major leagues to his father. And I think
Newsday sports reporter David Lennon says even though Charles O'Neill had been suffering from heart problems, Paul would never have missed a game.
With Paul, his dad told him that he knew he was going to play in the major leagues since he was 5 years old. That was something that was in the back of Paul's mind as long as he played baseball, and that was something that really came to the surface last night.
And when you think of all the Yankees have been through this year, it's amazing they swept the series. Paul is the third Yankee to lose his father in the last 2 months. Louis Sojo's dad, Ambrosio, died last week. Scott Brosius' father succumbed to colon cancer last month. Chad Curtis's grandmother had surgery Tuesday night. And both Darryl Strawberry and manager Joe Torre are recovering from bouts with cancer.
At this scope and at this level, to have to deal with on a daily basis, you know, is really a credit to the players and what these people mean to each other.
And now Yankee fans feel lucky to have a man with the character of Paul O'Neill on their side.
Paul O'Neill did tell reporters that despite his father's failing health, Charles O'Neill stayed up late at night to watch his son play in the first few games of this series.
God's word for you today is increase. Somebody say that out loud with me today. Increase!
They call him the minister of money, the reverend who says religion can make you rich.
Not too many people think that God and money go hand in hand.
Now, inside his controversial church, where they pray for pennies from heaven. Plus,
brutal war. Oh!
Politicians punched out, ahead, when lawmakers lose their cool. And here's the extra snapshot. Recognize the face? This Florida teen got caught in a movie theater scandal. Can you expose this extra snapshot?
The look. Look who. JCPenney.
Coming up, Sold, the men who anteed up $1 million for a piece of Marilyn Monroe. Plus, Michael Douglas's son busted for drugs.
This is more than a bad headache.
It could be a migraine. 1 out of 6 American women suffers from migraine. Symptoms include intense headaches, accompanied by either nausea or sensitivity to light or sound, or headaches associated with your menstrual cycle. Today, your doctor has medicines that break through migraine pain without drowsiness. Call your doctor today, before that pain comes back. Find out if your headaches are migraines, and learn about today's effective migraine medicines.
If you could change the look of your floor right now, how would you do it? New carpet? A different texture? Different color? How about a Saxony or a cable? Maybe even go with hardwoods or a laminate. With thousands of flooring options in countless styles and colors. If you can dream it, you can do it at the Home Depot, where low prices are just the beginning.
For 140 years, Oregon's Bill of Rights has protected every Oregon citizen from government abuse. But now, politicians and government prosecutors want to torch the Oregon Bill of Rights. Measures 69 through 75 hurt crime victims and give frightening new powers to government prosecutors. They'll cost Oregon taxpayers millions and won't reduce crime one bit. Don't throw away your rights. Vote no on Measures 69 through 75. They're just too extreme.
Today in Los Angeles, it was day 3 of the Anna Nicole Smith bankruptcy trial.
I'm nervous.
Smith was mobbed by cameras as she showed up in her quest to get some of her late husband's millions. Inside, she scored a big coup. The caretaker of J. Howard Marshall told the jury the billionaire wanted Smith to be taken care of financially after he died. Smith says she's broke because she hasn't received any inheritance. Well, you'd think the people who make the laws would follow them, but you're about to see how politicians are sometimes the first to use their fists. Here's Doug Bruckner with so-called leaders out of control.
A right hook to the left wing. A punch-out in Parliament. A debate on the rocks. There's always been controversy among politicians.
Politics is about high stakes. It's about who gets what.
Michael Genovese is a professor of political science at Loyola Marymount University in L.A. He says the political arena is an attractive magnet for someone who wants attention.
It's impossible to have pure and absolute security. Occasionally, radicals and troublemakers can get in and intervene and cause incredible havoc.
Like this brawl in Venezuela, politicians duking it out. Or take a look at the parliament in Taiwan. An angry politician yells into a microphone. He's told to shut up. He doesn't, and this is the result. And these are the people who make the laws. And watch this guy come up on the right corner of the screen. A Swedish delegate to a UN conference nailed an Iranian diplomat with an egg. But Jerry Springer would have a tough time keeping up with Russian politicians. Watch as this televised debate gets wet and wild. Genovese says America's system is based much more on compromise, but we still better watch out.
It could happen here, and we're moving in that direction. There are cultural norms that might prevent it, but still, the United States is not immune from that.
And it has happened here. Most recently last November when San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown was slapped in the face with a pie during a speech at a community center.
This wrestler created internet chaos when he tried to sell his kidney on eBay. Now, an extra exclusive, the outrageous reason he gave dying people false hope. Plus, the funky photographer capturing stars in provocative poses.
What is the most explosive, outrageous thing I can do that I want to see?
The Spot Lifter is Bissell's Wash It Down, Lift It Up, Get On With Your Life cordless deep cleaner. Life's messy. Clean it up.
Okay, Charlie. Time for bed. I'm not kidding, mister. Charles, I'm really not kidding.
With double the cream.
I am counting to 10.
It's double the licks.
1, 2...
Double stuff, only from Oreo.
That's the one right there. Not that one, not that one. The next one's a winner.
Next one, right there. Nail that one right there.
Go, go. Come on, dead man. Grandpa, you hear me? Come on, guys, we gotta go. Go, 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 go. You better get moving. We gotta go. He's coming. Come on, come on.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
A new way to look at everything on health.
Vincent Price, the king of B-movie horror, had a secret life. His daughter speaks out. Plus, how to cast a spell. Next extra.
CBS Halloween Sunday. 3 angels fight a demon to save a soul.
I'll possess him completely by midnight.
All new, touched by an angel. Then, 2 people treated like outcasts.
I'm blind, not stupid.
I have trouble reading.
Who live in different worlds, but give each other a gift that no one else can.
Just wanted to try and give you some freedom.
I'll have to be brave, and you'll have to be brave.
Delary stars.
But you're like family.
In a world premiere movie, Anya's Bell, CBS Sunday.
Ladies, if you wear size extra large to 6X, Full Size Fashions is the store for you. We feature the best clothing selection for your every need. We've geared up for fall with discounts 20 to 50% off department store prices. Our bargain prices are always in your budget. Visit Full Size Fashions today for the greatest selection of women's styles, sizes extra large to 6X at fantastic low, low outlet prices every day. Lincoln City, Oregon and Centralia, Washington.
Too firm? Too soft? Then get a Spring Air mattress for both comfort and support. Spring Air, the mattress with the just right feeling.
This week at the Bedroom Superstore.
$100 off all Spring Air 4 Seasons mattresses.
With free next day delivery, free heavy-duty metal frame, free installation, and free removal of old mattress.
Plus no down payment, no interest, and no payments for 1 full year at the Bedroom Superstore.
It's the controversial decision that put 2 dogs on death row. The owner says they're harmless, but the state has sentenced them to death. On the next Extra, one woman's legal battle to save her pets.
I've never even hit these dogs, and I'm going to take them to be killed.
Next Extra.
A human kidney for sale on the internet auction house eBay. The story sent shockwaves through America. Everyone wanted to know who the culprit was, and now we've tracked him down. Jody Baskerville has his side of the scandal in this Extra exclusive.
It was outrageous. Sandwiched between postings for a kidney-shaped ashtray and a kidney-shaped serving bowl, a quote, fully functional kidney for sale. Yes, an actual kidney being auctioned for $25,000. Was the seller for real, or was it some kind of sick joke? Authorities went on a manhunt. The electronic trail would lead them to this man.
I just want to see what would happen and see if anyone responded. You know, it wasn't done as a joke.
His name is Michael Rapuano, and before eBay pulled the plug, his bizarre offering got an incredible response. He's still bragging about it.
The highest bid was $5.701 million.
In his first interview, Rapuano admits he pulled his gutsy online stunt just to see what kind of reaction he would get. He got a reaction, all right. People were outraged he toyed with their hope.
And most of them were, you deserve to die, you're a horrible person.
Rapuano is used to getting slammed. He's a professional wrestler from Florida, known to fans as hardcore hero Bobby Rogers. His brother Blair says Rapuano will do anything to get attention.
Bobby's kind of a little bit of a loose cannon at times, and it really didn't surprise me all that much.
And how could it? This is the same guy who once offered to fight in a match that would end with the loser having his finger diced. Rapuano's also facing unrelated charges of grand theft. And because selling body parts is a felony, this 25-year-old prankster could now face criminal charges for the kidney stunt. Dr. David Sherman, a kidney specialist at Glendale Memorial Hospital in Southern California, says Rapuano's online actions were more than criminal, they were unethical.
To raise the hopes of those that need kidneys by thinking that they're available for money, because who wouldn't trade money for life and health? Unethical at the very least.
It wasn't done mocking people who need kidney transplants. It was just something that happened.
Rapuano says he's not even sure whether he would have actually sold his kidney, but he thinks he should have a right to do so.
If you're an organ donor and you die, don't tell me no one's making money off you once you die. You know, why shouldn't there be someone's choice to do while they're alive?
Rapuano's tasteless stunt spawned dozens of copycats, forcing eBay to post notice that anyone else caught doing it would be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The buyers of Marilyn Monroe's dress get a steal. Michael Jackson's blackmail mystery, and Michael Douglas' son gets arrested in a drug sting. Gina Silva has details in today's Extra Extra.
Extra, extra. Busted. Cameron Douglas, the 20-year-old son of actor Michael Douglas, was arrested Tuesday in New York for cocaine possession. Village Voice columnist Michael Musto says at the time of his arrest, Cameron was with girlfriend Jennifer Gation, the daughter of famed nightclub owner Peter Gation, who served time for tax evasion.
Well, I don't think Jennifer's a bad influence on Cameron, despite whatever checkered past people might perceive her father, Peter Gation, to have. She has her feet on the ground.
In 1996, Cameron was arrested for drunk driving and hit and run. Musto says his famous father should forget about his girlfriends for a while.
Maybe Michael should pay as much attention to Cameron as he does to Catherine Zeta-Jones.
King's ransom. An anonymous caller is demanding Michael Jackson pay $100 grand for the return of a stolen home video. The tape was ripped off last July in France and reportedly shows Jackson with his 2 kids on a trip to Euro Disney and at Neverland Ranch, their home. So how did someone steal from a man always surrounded by security? We asked celebrity journalist Flo Anthony.
He doesn't have as many security people as people think. There's mainly 2 guys that travel with him. It's a pretty big entourage because now you've got 2 nannies and you've got a cook.
And a big legal team. Jackson says he'll sue anyone using the videos. Looks like $1 million.
Hold on. For you, sir.
Okay, $1.1 million to be exact. That's what Marilyn Monroe's dress sold for at Christie's auction house in New York Wednesday night.
We got a deal.
Bob Shagrin is the co-owner of Gotta Have It Collectibles on East 57th Street in New York City. He says the dress worn by Marilyn to serenade President Kennedy was expected to fetch up to $3.5 million.
We were up all night with offers that were pouring in, significantly over what we paid, but the dress is not for sale.
And that's today's Extra Extra.
Speaking of big bucks, meet the man of God who's been coined the prophet of profit. Plenty of preachers are more than willing to take your money, but this one wants you to make money. Les Trent shows us how he's using the Bible to bolster bank accounts.
It's Sunday south of the Mason-Dixon. The faithful are singing God's praises. Yes! And a charismatic preacher with a controversial message is leading his flock.
God's word for you today is increase. Somebody say that out loud with me today. Increase!
Hold on to your Bibles, folks. Pastor Steve Alessi is not just talking about increasing your faith, but also increasing your bank account.
Not too many people think that God and money go hand in hand.
Contrary to conventional church teachings, Steve Alessi preaches it's okay to want more. More money, more success, more things.
We will see miraculous events take place in our people's finances.
And for the 200 congregants of the non-denominational Metro Life Church, there is some practical advice behind the preaching. Pastor Alessi encourages the congregants to eliminate credit card debt, work hard at their business, and of course, pray.
Increase and expansion.
Tony Burke says it's worked for him. He says his business has grown 70% since joining the church.
There's nothing wrong with having money, and God wants us to have plenty of it. I mean, he didn't send his son here to die so that we can, live in poverty and just get by every day.
Eileen Dodd is a reporter who covers religion for the Miami Herald.
Although this church may be a little bizarre for some people, I think it's really interesting in the way it gets people excited about coming to church and about believing in God.
But Gucci and God, divinity and decadence, the pairings seem, well, sacrilegious.
The critics would say that you are interpreting the Bible to support a message of greed.
Even Jesus teaches us that he came for the purpose of life and life abundance. Life in my business or in my ministry is so abundant that it spills over into my family's life. It spills over into my community.
In fact, he wants to use his biblical business sense to build a formal church, a school, and a girls' home for unwed mothers. To Pastor Steve, if wealth allows the faithful to do good deeds for others, that's a godly venture.
There you go. There's a city that needs your increase. There's a girls' home in Miami, Florida that needs you to increase.
So, how do the preacher's followers make their requests? Well, they write down what they want on the back of their church pledge cards and leave the rest to God. We'll be right back.
Do you have a compelling story idea or great home video? Call the Extra hotline now. It's toll-free at 877-EXTRA-TV.
This is secondhand smoke. It's what you breathe when you're in a room where other people smoke. The same stuff you smell on your clothes goes into your lungs and increases your risk of getting lung cancer by 34%. You know there's a warning label on cigarette packs for people who smoke. Where do you think the tobacco industry should put the warning for people who breathe?
You might have heard a lot about Xenical.
There's a unique weapon in the Battle of the Bulge. It's called Xenical.
Our top story, Xenical. Is it everything you've hoped for?
Want to know the facts? Xenical is a prescription fat blocker, not an appetite suppressant, which means it blocks about 1/3 of the fat in the food you eat from ever being digested. No, you can't eat whatever you want, but with Xenical and a reduced calorie diet, you can lose weight. And that's a fact. So if you're at least 30 pounds overweight, depending on height, ask your doctor for more information or call 888-611-6068 to get more information about losing weight with Xenical.
Since Xenical blocks about 1/3 of the fat in the food you eat, you may experience gas with oily discharge, increased bowel movements, an urgent need to have them, and an inability to control them, particularly after meals containing more fat than recommended. Xenical shouldn't be taken if you are pregnant, nursing, have food absorption problems, reduced bile flow, or taking cyclosporin. Xenical reduces the absorption of some vitamins. Therefore, a daily multivitamin is recommended.
Hey, sir, you wear glasses? Did you get the lowest price in sight?
About $250.
Oh, because you know what America's best, Q the Super. You get 2 complete pairs of glasses. That's frames and lenses, just $59.99. And that includes a doctor's eye exam. Here, Meet the doctor.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. Hey, this is America's Best. 2 pairs of glasses, just $59.99, including a complete doctor's eye exam.
Oh, yeah. That's working for you.
Really?
Call 1-800-2-PAIR and discover the lowest price in sight. 1-800-2-PAIR.
Pretty soon, 1 million people will be here celebrating the millennium. If you have credit problems, you could have something better to celebrate. No mortgage payment till the year 2000 and a chance to get back on track. I'm Jim Palmer. If you call the Money Store today, you can get rid of all your high-rate credit cards and start getting ahead for a change. But this is a special millennium offer, so call now and make no mortgage payment till 2000. Happy New Year. The Money Store, 1-800-LOAN-YES.
Closed captioning and other consideration for Extra provided by...
I have found a truly gentle hair color. New Casting Color Spa by L'Oreal. It's the gentle, no ammonia color with an essential oil to protect my hair. So it feels healthier than before I colored. New Casting Color Spa by L'Oreal, because I'm worth it.
Oh, the pain of using a dandruff shampoo. Note its unpleasant smell. The lack of lather. Note its name, Nizoral AD. Use Nizoral AD just twice a week, and the freedom will go to your head.
Signs are everywhere. The JCPenney $1 Million Jewelry Sale is here. Through Sunday only, save on a dazzling selection of our finest jewelry, like these 1-carat diamond hoop earrings. Now 50% off at the JCPenney $1 Million Jewelry Sale.
So did you figure out the Extra snapshot? He's Paul Reubens, best known as Pee Wee Herman. Reubens was arrested in 1991 for indecent exposure in a porn movie theater. This year, though, he was back in regular theaters as a co-star in Mystery Men. And that's today's Extra Snapshot. Finally, a real Hollywood hotshot. A photographer with such a unique style, he's constantly in demand by the stars. And as Jamie Colby explains, you may not know his name, but his work speaks for itself.
That's supermodel Naomi Campbell on the cover of Playboy, like we've never seen her before. Another amazing image from lensman David LaChapelle.
And she just brings a lot to it. She just knows her body. She's very comfortable in front of the camera.
And LaChapelle has been making celebrities comfortable in front of his camera for years. His new coffee table book, Hotel LaChapelle, includes outrageous photos of Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg, Cher, Marilyn Manson, and Madonna.
I don't just impose some silly idea on somebody. It always starts with them.
And ideas are never a problem.
I ask myself, what is it I want to see? What have I not seen before? What is the most explosive, outrageous thing I can do that I want to see?
And seeing is believing, according to Interview magazine editor Ingrid Sishi.
He is completely original, puts his own voice and his own vision of the world into his pictures.
LaChapelle recently shot stories and the cover for Interview's 30th anniversary edition.
It was the magazine that made me want to be a photographer. I'm very glad and proud to be part of that.
But with all the stars he's already captured, who's left?
I'd like to shoot Michael Jackson the most out of everybody, because with someone like Michael Jackson, you get him doing anything because of who he is. He brings so much history to the photo.
And when we asked where he drew his inspiration, David chalked it up to dear old Mom's artistic flair. That's our show for today. We'll see you back here for the next Extra.
CBS Halloween Sunday. 3 angels fight a demon to save a soul.
I'll possess him completely by midnight.
All new, touched by an angel. Then, 2 people treated like outcasts.
I'm blind, not stupid.
I have trouble reading.
Who live in different worlds, but give each other a gift that no one else can.
Just wanted to try and give you some freedom.
I'll have to be brave, and you'll have to be brave.
Delary stars.
But you're like family.
In a world premiere movie, Anya's Bell, CBS Sunday.
It's the Ross $12.99 sweater blowout. Save up to 70% on name brand and designer sweaters. Only $12.99.
Shop at Ross.
Mills Pride Cabinets
shades do a beautiful job of hiding everything, including the fact they're very affordable. A variety of styles.